Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 116, and as you can see, we're in a slightly strange location at this point in time. We're currently stood on top of False Symmetry's B that she has right next to our base over here, but I thought this was a pretty good way to start the episode because look how cool the drone looks, or at least half of the drone. The other half doesn't seem to be loading in, but this thing looks absolutely fantastic. It's very rare that I actually take a look at this from outside in this area, and it just looks cool. It looks really very cool. But we're going to be popping down from here. We're going to be heading off to the industrial district, and oh my word, we are suffering from some very strange lag at this point in time on the server. I seem to be having like the worst ping lag once again, so this could be a slightly interesting and slightly dangerous episode of Hermitcraft, I have to say. But anyway, to start things off, I just want to mention that today, in theory, my second I-59 vlog should have released on the vlogging channel. Now, I'm saying in theory because I haven't actually edited it yet, and those things take a very long time indeed to edit. So we're going to have to wait and see if I can actually manage to pull this one off. But I hope it's good. The first one went down incredibly well. All of you guys seem to really enjoy it. So hopefully this one is just as good. And of course, there'll be a link to that one on the screen and also down in the description if you do want to check it out. Can we just take a moment to appreciate the fact that I just spent pretty much that entire clip flying? I never do that. That was surprisingly skilled for me. But anyway, my plan for today's episode is really very simple, and it's something that I've wanted to do for quite a long time now. As you guys know, throughout my entire base, we have got lots and lots of these things. We have got hoppers pretty much everywhere. We have hoppers connecting up all of the farms. There's just hoppers everywhere, okay? And I thought it would be a good idea to remove all of those hoppers and replace them with water streams. Now this is going to be a massive, enormous project because we're going to be changing up the entire infrastructure of the entire industrial district, but it should be quite a lot of fun, and also it should help our slight lag situation that we have going on right here, because right now with my beastly specifications on my computer, we are getting just 49 frames per second, which isn't particularly good. So for this one, we're going to need lots and lots of these. We're going to need lots and lots of this as well, probably a lot more than that, and also a whole ton of water buckets. Now I think, as far as I remember, I've got at least 30 in some of these chests somewhere, but I cannot for the life of me remember where I actually put them in these chests. There's a lava bucket. No sign of water buckets though. Okay, so all of the hopper lines from the sugarcane farm have been removed. That's the first farm that we're going to be upgrading to the new system, because here's the thing, hoppers, obviously they create lag, they're expensive, but most importantly, they're actually slower than the ice path technique that we're going to be doing in today's episode, which we're all about efficiency here. We want high speed item transportation. So let's just quickly wipe out all of these blocks going across the top, and then we're going to have our ice on this level. Our water is going to be going here, and that should push all of the items along absolutely perfectly, and most importantly, incredibly quickly as well. The water is now going in place, and I just want to say, Depth Strider 3 is by far the best enchantment in Minecraft. I mean, look at this. We are walking up the water stream there. If I were to do this without Depth Strider 3, oh, it's awful. The number of times I have done these item transportation systems without Depth Strider. I had Frostwalker, I think, last time I did them, and I almost just threw the computer out the window. It was driving me around the bend, but now we can actually go through these really nice and quickly, and that makes the whole job actually quite efficient. Look, we can just place in our slab right there. We need to make sure to pick up the torches so that we keep everything lit, so that no zombies spawn in here, because then they pick up the items. They never despawn, which causes lag, but most importantly, they also pick up your items. You don't want to be losing items like that. But as you can see, we are pretty much done with this water stream right there. We've almost made it over to the hopper system, which sends the items up into the sorter. There it is. That's it. It really was that simple. I really do hope that this part works as I intend it to. So I've replaced all of the hoppers at the end of our sugarcane right here, and I have got packed ice going across the bottom. And then, yeah, the water goes across like that, and we need a slab right there, which should force the water to go across here. And, yeah, by the look of things, that's actually going to work. So this water will run across like this and then across like that, and that means that wherever you go, the items make their way out and down into the bottom there. That's awesome. It's like watching one of those sewer systems in action. It looks amazing. And then hopefully the items that go across on this one, because this one's a tiny bit difficult, actually go through into the system. Let's just make sure. So that drops down into that water and then gets pushed instantly across down into that water, and it just zips straight the way on through into the hopper system. Fantastic. Okay, that is one farm done. There's only about 50 left to go. No way, it's happening again! I'm getting the really strange, like, replay mod type thing. This is so far behind that I haven't even done the water streams yet. Honestly, there is something very, very up with the Hermitcraft server right now. That's literally about half an hour behind. Bizarre. So strange. I've pushed on ahead once again, and I have removed all of the hoppers connecting up the melon and pumpkin farm into the storage system, and we're actually pretty much done in terms of the water stream. We've just got a couple more water buckets left to place in, so this one right here, and that should actually, yeah, transport. No! There was redstone there. Not much redstone. But still, water and redstone, not the best combination. So this hopper line right here is like the big one. This takes all of the items from the cactus farm, the melon and pumpkin farm, the carrot, wheat and potato farms, and I think that's just about it. There might be a few others, because this seems to transport about 90% of the items in the industrial district, and as you can see, there are just always items inside these hoppers, and also apparently a whole bunch of zombies down at the bottom here, which all appear to be holding items, and I think they're chasing that villager. Now I have to say, this little area down at the bottom here is proving to be a much bigger brain ache than I was expecting, and probably a lot of you were expecting as well, because we've got a bunch of different farms coming in this section right here, but most importantly, we also have to do a tiny bit of elevator action. We need to jump these items up by 1 block. Now, I did try out a little system right here, but as you can see, it doesn't work. What I thought would happen is the items would be forced out of the dropper, they'd pop up, and then they'd go up through here, which we could sort of do if we could run in the blocks. So if we could have blocks here, then that would turn it into a bit of an item elevator, and then we just fill in these blocks. Hey, there we go! I was going to do like some crazy drop rate action, but that actually works. We just need an extra hopper right here, and then when we place in the items, we should see that they will be transported out through the hopper and up into the water stream. Awesome! Okay, well that's a really simple solution to the problem. Cool. I was going to do some extra redstone bits and pieces, but it's not necessary. I seriously don't understand why I can't place a block here, no matter what I do. It just doesn't... What's going on? No, I've run out of ice. Yeah, this is really starting to confuse me now. I can't place blocks here, I can't place blocks here, and I can't place blocks there. But I can place blocks everywhere else. I'm absolutely fine to place like a block right here. That's totally cool. Just those 3 locations? And only these blocks as well. What? Yes, it has actually gone this far. I am now having to piston in all of the blocks that I'm placing. So we need a block to go there. So let's place in a piston. And there we go. Good stuff. Oh, that's it. Alright, I think that is the only illegal block location. This right here is where the water is going to go. And as you can see, I've also had to redirect my water stream to deal with this as well. Minecraft, what on earth is going on? Can I just say that this is probably one of the most confusing projects I've ever worked on in Minecraft? It just seems to be completely bonkers all the time, 100%. So what have I done? I have hooked up the wheat farm now. That runs off from over there. That runs into the water stream that we built earlier on. I've now connected up the cactus farm as well. If we can actually make our way over there, I'll quickly show you the redstone for that one. You can see that we have a bit of a crazy situation going on here with actually getting around. But this is where the item elevator is. The cactus pops up and goes across like this, and then feeds back into that water stream over there, so that's good. Now we just have the melon and pumpkin farm, which actually drops down somewhere in this area, in this section right here. And then we have the chicken farm, which drops down around about there. Oh, it's just giving me a brain ache. Things are finally starting to make sense. So we have got the chicken farm, that's now been put in. We've got the cactus farm with the item elevator. This right here is the melon and pumpkin farm, which is firing out all of the items into the water stream right there. That connects up into our carrot and potato farm, which drops down around about there. And then over here, we've got the wheat farm. All of these things are then connecting in at that point. And I guess I've got to add in a few more extra protective bits down at the bottom here just to stop all of those melons from flying out. But as far as I can see, they're all filling into the system properly. Oh, right, okay, but we are not finished just yet. We still have a ton more things to do. We have to hook up the back end of the cactus farm before it goes into the item elevator and all the other stuff on the other side of the industrial district. This right here is what 5 minutes worth of items look like. And just look at all the items flowing in. And with this, that should be this entire zone completed. So, what I have done here is I have constructed the new item elevator that is now dropped down by 2 or 3 blocks. We've got water streams which run off the edge of the cactus farm as opposed to the hoppers. So that means the cactus just drop down into the water, straight into this water stream, then go right the way across into the item elevator, up into another water stream to connect it up into the master water stream, which then runs all the way across here and into the item elevator off in that direction by the storage system. All of the other farms in this area should now be connected. So I think I'm going to go have a cup of tea and then I'm going to return back to creating more water streams. And for the final time, I am going to push this Goliath set of melons off into the other water stream. So that will now flow through into the main item elevator. Good, okay. Plenty more to do. And there we go. The AFK fish farm is now hooked up into the storage system using all of the water streams. They run out the back through there and they go right the way through the ground. In fact, you know what? I might as well show you guys real quick because it's pretty interesting stuff, even though you guys have seen it all before. So we've got a dropper facing upwards there, and then the water runs off out over there. You can just about see, and then it goes around all the corners, around the storage system, and then it makes its way up into all of the chests. So that is it. The industrial district is now fully hooked up, completely hopperless, and should be working a lot more efficiently right now. Guys, I've been a total idiot. I have been a complete and utter moron. Look. This thing is fully backed up, obviously. Obviously it's fully backed up. The industrial district is far too fast for my hopper system. Which means that it means that all of the items from the industrial district are running up to this hopper right here. And the hopper obviously, clearly, can't get rid of the items fast enough. The items are flowing into the hopper faster than they can get out. Which means that we're overflowing. Look how fast the items are coming into this system. And then you have the sugarcane that comes in every now and again. You have all of the melons and pumpkins which come in from the other farm off in that direction as well. Oh no. What can I do about this, guys? Let me know down in the comment section. I need to know your suggestions on this one because I honestly can't think. Obviously, I could add in an extra item elevator. Maybe 2 or 3 of them, and they could run up into water streams and then would have like a continuous loop up at the top which would run the items all the way around the storage system until they drop into their hoppers. That might actually be a good way to do things. But no, this is actually pretty bad. This is pretty bad. We're new item transportation system doesn't function correctly. Oh! I'm just going to completely ignore all of what has just happened, and I'm going to move over into this area over here to do a tiny bit of villager swapping. As you can see, we have got pretty much a whole line of villagers right here, but this side is looking a tiny bit empty, and I want to get myself a whole ton of really awesome villagers. So I'm going to try my best to do some button pressing. This button over here, I hope it still works, will activate the system, and that will grab a villager from our loading area and chuck it into this space. And that guy, oh, he's pretty awful, so that's not a very good start. Oh dear. It turns out I don't think I have reconnected my minecart lines, which means that, yeah, we have a bit of a villager pile-up going on over here. Just nothing's going right today, is it? Our first half-decent villager has come through the system. This guy is giving us 5 emeralds for punch 1, which is pretty awesome. And let's just do another few trades just to see if he has any good books in the end. Right, so he should refresh, and then I think we have to go through to the end. We have to buy some glass. I remember this process. It has been so long since I've done any proper villager trading. And now we can see his second book, if that makes any sense. 32 emeralds for sharpness 4. 32 emeralds for sharpness 4. You know what? I'm actually going to do that one because I want to see what comes next. I wouldn't normally do this, but there we go. And he should give our new trades a whirl. 14 emeralds for mending. That is why you take those sorts of risks. Yes! Brilliant. Oh, we got ourselves a cartographer. Okay, so this is the guy that you buy the maps from. Well, I never. That is mega. Alright, okay, we're going to have to store this guy somewhere. We also need to get some paper. And we need to start trading with him because I want to know the location of one of those crazy mansions. So I've gone through some of the trades with this guy. I just had to quickly pop up to the base to pick up some of the supplies. But this guy wants 15 emeralds and a compass for the Ocean Explorer map. But for the woodland one, he wants 28 emeralds and a compass. And there we go. Woodland Explorer map number 174. Okay, this isn't really telling us too much. I'm guessing... Does it always stay in just one hand? I think I have to have maybe nothing in my offhand. Let's see if that helps. There we go. Right. I don't really know what I'm looking at, to be honest with you. I might have to contact the hermits on this one, but for the time being, I'm going to continue trading with my villagers. This guy wins the award for the most extortionately priced rubbish enchantment. Just get out of here. No matter how hard I try, I don't seem to be getting any good villagers at this point in time. I think it's probably been about 25 minutes since I got a half decent one. We've got another just rubbish one right there. I'm looking for white coat villagers, and even then, I have very specific requirements for what that white coat needs to have. And just look how many there are in the system right now. And it's just, we're going to run out of minecarts soon. Finally, we got ourselves another half-decent villager. So that's Aqua Affinity. Let's grab ourselves one of those books. We're also running out of space on the inventory here. But come on, what's the final trade? Please be a good one. I've not had any luck for ages now. What? Just what? That's like the worst possible job. No. We have a slight villager pile-up situation. It seems like these guys have got themselves fairly stuck. I've been chucking too many out of the system. Come on! 19 emeralds for efficiency 1! I have been doing this for about an hour and 20 minutes now. All we got were those awesome ones in the beginning where we got the cartographer and we got mending for 14 emeralds. Other than that, I have filled and emptied the system probably around about 4 or 5 times now. What? Just... ah. That's not bad. 41 emeralds for Thorns 3. That's good. That is actually quite good. Alright, let's chuck these in. And we will see what the final enchantment is of this guy right here. We have got 32 emeralds for Punch 2. I think the Thorns one is actually pretty decent though. Let's take a look around. I'm fairly certain I do have a Thorns villager somewhere. 11 emeralds for Thorns 2. Yep, this guy's totally pointless as well. I just want to end on a high. That's all I want to do. But sadly, ladies and gentlemen, we have actually run out of villagers. All of the villagers that I had backed up in the system are gone. We had loads as well. We had like tons of villagers. They're all bouncing around in there going crazy. So I guess that has also killed some of the lag that was in my base. But that is quite the surprise. So I guess what I'm going to have to do at some point in the near future is I'm going to have to set up myself a new villager breeder so that we can get more of these guys. Because right now, well, our situation is pretty good for our villagers and the enchanted books and things like that. But I feel like it could be about 10 times better. However, another really good way of getting enchanted books is to use the AFK fish farm. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop off into the slime block farm zone over there, and we're going to go AFK overnight and see just how many items that we can manage to get. And we're back on the server once again. So this is the happy birthday message that we got from the Derp team. I should probably remove this thing, and I guess I'll eat some of the cake as we go along. But we have got 84 levels. We have got all of our armor in the inventory, but most importantly, I want to see if this slime farm has actually been working well. So let's take a look. We have all of these chests here. We should have all of these chests here as well. And now we have... Okay. So we have got almost 3 lines of double chests of slime balls, which is quite a lot. Like that's a huge quantity of slime balls. However, we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 left to go. So it's a good start. It is definitely a good start. But anyway, let's pop over to the storage system and we will see what sort of AFK fish farm drops we have managed to get. Hopefully I've done all of the redstone correctly, because I've just thought we put in a new water stream and I rebuilt a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, right. Well, first off, how on earth did that guy get there? We'll just ignore that for the time being. Okay, that's the cactus. Well, by the look of things, we have managed to get ourselves a whole bunch of new books. But there are some gaps. There are definitely some gaps. I don't know what to say, guys. I think there is a chance. There's a chance that all of those AFK fish farm drops have been lost. Right. That is not promising. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, that's all I've got time for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit that like button. And if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.